Look around you right now. Take a pencil, a coin, or your phone and spin it on your desk. Watch it carefully. It spins for a few seconds, maybe a minute if you are really good at it, and then it wobbles, slows down, and collapses. It stops. Everything stops. You run, you get tired, you stop, car runs out of gas, it stops. Our entire human intuition, built from the moment we are born, tells us that motion requires effort, and without effort, everything eventually comes to a dead, silent halt. But I want you to step outside your house tonight, look up at the sky, and realize that you are being lied to by your own living room. You are standing on a giant ball of rock called Earth, and it is spinning at about 1,000 miles an hour at the equator, and it has been spinning like that day after day for 4.5 billion years. Look at the moon. It is spinning around the Earth. Look at the Sunday. The Earth is spinning around the sun at over 67,000 miles per hour. The sun is spinning around the center of the Milky Way galaxy. The Milky Way is spinning everywhere you look in the universe, from the tiny jiggling atoms in your fingernails to the massive swirling galaxies billions of light years away. Absolutely everything is spinning and none of it is stopping. Why? Why does the universe behave like a relentless carousel that never powers down? Does it have an engine? Is there some invisible giant winding it up every few million years? No, nature is absurd. The truth is so completely counter to your everyday experience that it is going to break the way you see the world. Before we break reality together, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we are not just talking about textbook physics here, we are talking about how the world actually works behind the curtain. Let us go back a few hundred years. Imagine a man named Galileo. People back then thought that things only moved if you pushed them. If you stop pushing a cart, the cart stops. It makes sense, right? But Galileo was a clever fellow. He took perfectly smooth balls and rolled them down smooth ramps. He noticed that if the ramp went down, the ball sped up. If the ramp went up, the ball slowed down. So he asked a beautiful, simple question. What if the surface is perfectly flat, neither up nor down? What should the ball do? If going down makes it faster and going up makes it slower, then perfectly flat must mean it doesn't neither. It should just keep going forever at the exact same speed. Galileo realized that stopping is not the natural state of things. Stopping is an interruption. Later, Isaac Newton came along and put this into a grand law. He said that an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion unless a force acts upon it. We call this inertia. But let me tell you a secret. When I was a little boy, I was pulling a wagon with a ball in it. I noticed that when I pulled the wagon forward, the ball rolled to the back of the wagon. I asked my father, why does the ball roll backward? And my father, who was a very wise man, said, nobody knows. The general principle is that things that are moving try to keep moving, and things that are standing still try to stand still. He told me we call it inertia, but nobody knows why it is true, and that is still true today. We do not know why the universe has this memory of motion. We just know that it does. But let us apply this to spinning. This is where things get completely crazy. If things moving in a straight line want to keep moving in a straight line, what about things going in circles? Here we have to talk about what stopping actually is. When you spun that coin on your desk, why did it stop? You might say, well, friction. But what is friction? Do not just use a word from a textbook. What is actually happening? Imagine you have a magical microscope that can zoom in perfectly to the edge of the coin and the surface of the desk. What do you see? You do not see smooth metal and smooth wood. You see mountains and valleys. You see blobs of atoms. The atoms in the coin are violently smashing into the atoms of the desk. Every time they smash, the moving atoms of the coin transfer a little bit of their movement to the atoms of the desk. They make the desk atoms jiggle a little faster. We feel that jiggle as heat. So the coin is not just stopping, it is giving its motion away. It is bleeding its energy out into the desk and the air around it. Stopping requires a thief. Stopping requires something to bump into to steal the motion. Now zoom out, way out. Look at the Earth floating in the vast empty vacuum of space. Space is not like a desk. Space is empty. There is no air. There is no friction. There is no table to bump into. The earth is a spinning top, spinning in a perfect, endless void. Why does the earth not stop? Because there is absolutely nothing there to stop it. To stop spinning, the earth would have to give its motion away to something else, but there is nothing to give it to. This is the mind-boggling truth. Everything spins because stopping requires something to stop it, and in space, there is nothing. So once a planet or star starts spinning, it is locked in. It is cursed to spin for billions of years. But wait, a Socratic loop just opened up in your mind. You should be asking, okay, I understand why it does not stop, but why did it start? How did the earth get spinning in the first place? Did it just pop into existence already spinning? No. The answer is one of the most beautiful mechanisms in all of nature. It is called the conservation of angular momentum. But do not let the fancy words scare you. Let us just look at what it means. Imagine a time long before the earth existed 5 billion years ago. There was no sun, no planets. There was only a massive, dark, cold cloud of gas and dust floating in space, a blob. This cloud was light years across. Now in this cloud, all these little atoms of gas are jiggling around. They are drifting. Some are moving a little bit this way. Some are moving a little bit that way, because nothing is ever perfectly still. Now imagine gravity. Gravity starts pulling all these atoms together. The cloud starts to collapse inward. As it shrinks, all those random tiny little movements of the atom start to add up. Imagine 1 million people walking around a huge circular stadium randomly. If you average it out, maybe there are 3 more people walking clockwise than counterclockwise. It is a tiny imbalance, but as gravity crushes this massive cloud down into a smaller and smaller ball, that tiny imbalance gets amplified. Think of an ice skater. You have seen this. The skater starts spinning with her arms stretched out wide. She is spinning slowly. Then she pulls her arms in close to her body. What happens? She suddenly spins incredibly fast. She becomes a blur. Did she fire a rocket? Did someone push her? No. Her mass got closer to the center of her spin. Nature has a strict accounting rule. If you take a spinning thing and make it smaller, it must spin faster to keep the books balanced. The total amount of spin cannot change. So our giant lazy gas cloud collapses. It pulls its arms in, and as it gets smaller, it spins faster and faster. The center gets so dense and hot that nuclear fire ignites and the sun is born. The leftover gas and dust around it flattens into a spinning pancake like pizza dough when you toss it in the air. That spinning pizza dough is where the planets form. They clump together from spinning rocks inside a spinning disk around a spinning star. The Earth is spinning today because it is holding on to the ghost of that ancient collapsing cloud. Your days and nights are the fossilized echo of a gas cloud shrinking 5 billion years ago. But it gets weirder. We have to be intellectually honest here. Is the Earth really going to spin forever? Is it a perfect system? I told you earlier that things only stop if they give their motion to something else. Is there something stealing the Earth's spin? Yes. Look at the moon. The moon is causing the tides in our oceans. The gravity of the moon pulls on the water, creating a bulge. As the Earth spins, it drags this massive bulge of water across the ocean floors. Water slashing against continents creates friction. It is a giant brake path. The Earth is rubbing against its own oceans. Because of this friction, the Earth is giving its spinning energy away. But where does it go? The books must balance. The energy does not disappear. The spin of the Earth is actually being transferred to the moon. As the Earth slows down, it pushes the moon further away. This is not science fiction. We measure it. Every year, the Earth's day gets a tiny fraction of a second longer, and the moon drifts about 1.5 inches further into space. Billions of years from now, the Earth will slow down so much that one day will last as long as a month, and one side of the Earth will always face the moon. The spinning will have transferred completely. Let us zoom out even further. Let us slice at different angles. Everything is spinning. The planets spin, the stars spin, The galaxies are massive pinwheels of hundreds of billions of stars spinning in the dark. We look at the universe and we see motion everywhere. But why? There is a deep, profound connection between spinning and the very nature of space itself. In physics, we talk about symmetry. Imagine you have a science experiment in a box on your table. You do the experiment, you get a result. Now pick up the box, turn it 90 degrees, and do the experiment again. The laws of physics do not care which way the box is pointing, north, south, east, west. Space is perfectly symmetrical in all directions. This might seem obvious, but it is one of the most powerful facts of reality. A great mathematician named Emmy Noether proved that every continuous symmetry in nature corresponds to a conservation law. Because space looks the same in every direction, nature demands that angular momentum, the amount of spin, must be conserved. It cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be passed around like a hot potato. So when you ask why everything is spinning, you are really asking about the perfect symmetry of the stage we live on. But let us go deeper. Let us go down to the very bottom of reality. Quantum mechanics, the bizarre world of the incredibly small. Look at the atoms making up your body right now. Inside those atoms are electrons. Electrons have a property that physicists call spin. We say the electron is spin up or spin down, but I have to warn you, and this is where nature is truly absurd. The electron is not a little ball spinning on an axis. If it were a little spinning ball, its surface would have to be moving faster than the speed of light to generate the magnetic properties we measure. And nothing goes faster than light. That is a fundamental rule of causality. So the electron is not spinning like a top, yet it has angular momentum. It acts exactly as if it was spinning. It interacts with magnets as if it was spinning. What does this mean? It means spin is not just something things do. Spin is what things are. It is an intrinsic, fundamental property of the fabric of the universe. The universe is not just filled with spinning things. The universe is built out of spin itself. Imagine the existential dread of this realization. You are sitting there thinking you are perfectly still, but you are a collection of trillions upon trillions of atoms. Every single electron in your body is carrying an intrinsic quantum spin. Those atoms are jiggling around violently due to heat. Those atoms are part of a planet that is rotating at supersonic speeds. That planet is hurtling through space around a star. That star is on a 250 million year orbit around a supermassive black hole. That galaxy is rushing toward the Andromeda galaxy. You have never been still a single moment in your life. Stillness is a human illusion. It is a fairy tale we tell ourselves because our brains are too slow to process the magnificent, terrifying, relentless motion of the cosmos. If you really think about it, if you truly internalize this, it makes you feel incredibly small, but it should also make you feel incredibly lucky. Think about the precision required for this dance. If the initial cloud of gas had spun just a little bit faster, the Earth would have been torn apart by centrifugal forces before it even formed. If it had spun a little slower, the Earth might have locked its rotation to the sun instantly, baking one side and freezing the other, making life impossible. We exist in the fragile, perfect balance of all this motion. The spinning provides the stability. Think of a bicycle. When a bicycle is standing still, it falls over. When it is moving, when the wheels are spinning, it stays upright. The spin gives it stability in a chaotic world. The orbit of the Earth is stable because of its momentum. The solar system is stable because it is spinning. The spinning universe is not just a weird physics trivia fact. It is the very reason there is an Earth to stand on. It is the reason there are days and nights. It is the reason the sun shines. It is the reason you exist to ask the question in the first place. Science is not about memorizing boring facts from a textbook. It is about looking at a coin, spinning on a desk, and riding that thought all the way to the birth of the solar system and the fundamental symmetries of empty space. It is about realizing that every time you look up at the stars, you are watching the grandest, oldest machine in existence operating on rules that we can actually understand. We do not know why inertia exists. We do not know why space is symmetrical, but we know that it is. And because it is, nothing stops. The dance continues. So the next time you feel like everything is standing still, remember the invisible springs and the endless jiggling of atoms. Remember the skater pulling her arms in. Remember that you are a passenger on a 4.5 billion old spaceship that forgot how to use its brakes, flying through a vacuum where brakes do not exist anyway. If this journey changed the way you look at a simple spinning top, share this video with someone who needs to be reminded of the magic hiding in plain sight. Keep wondering, keep asking why, and never stop looking at the world upside down. Because as we have seen today, the world is not standing still waiting for you to figure it out. It is already spinning on to the next mystery.